everybody, this is Jigglypants here, and welcome back to the Eureka SMP server for another episode. How have you guys been? I've been great. I hope you guys are doing well as well. Between episodes, I did a couple of things. I built an XP farm over here, just because I've been struggling with that skeleton spawner, and it's been super slow. Yeah, I was getting kind of annoyed with it. Staying there for hours, just kind of smacking it for 30 levels. But I built one of these allay farms where it shoots the potion of infestation onto the allays, and then it lights the campfire underneath of them, and then they spawn a bunch of silverfish, and then you just stand here with your sword and you smack them. I'll show you guys. And then we get a whole bunch of silverfish. They kind of pile up here, and you just smack the corner of the armor stand. And then you just hit the stop button, and that shoots up a splash potion of water from the bottom here. There's a dispenser. Dispenser just right here. And that shoots them up, and it puts at the campfire, so the allays stop taking damage. It's pretty loud, but yeah. One problem, I kind of freestyled this a little bit. Like, I knew the mechanics and how they normally work, and I just kind of built it how I thought it should be built. I'm running into a problem where silverfish, you can see them, they're kind of freaking out. They get stuck on these hoppers in here, so I might have to maybe move the hopper over one and then come into the side and then put a full block there. But for now, it's not that big of a deal. Like, when I run away, they'll just despawn, so I'm not too worked up about that. It gives me lots of levels very quickly, and it fixes my tools pretty quickly. I'm probably going to be doing some kind of auto brewing system for this, just to fill it with the splash potions, because I have had in the past, if the campfire stays lit and I leave or I go through a portal and I come back, I find sometimes the allays, they take damage and they'll end up dying, which is weird because their regen shouldn't allow that, but it's just one of those quirks of Minecraft, I guess. But yeah, I'll probably do that between episodes again, or maybe even at the end of this episode we might get into that a bit. Another thing that I got up to between episodes was there's a trial chamber just down underneath here, not far from our base and not far from our kind of mine area. So I just went through here and I did the trial chamber. I'll show you guys how that went. Should I set my spawn in here? No. Uh-oh. Whoever made it so skeletons can put on armor, you're evil. You're evil, Mojang. I don't care who you are, you're evil. Where'd my food go? Maybe it despawned. How come every time I do something like this, I like immediately run out of food? Like, I had a full 2 bread. Nice, that's gonna help. I had like 50 some odd golden carrots, and they ate them. Again, evil. Whoever designed this, going up these spiral staircases with no blocks in the middle is like the worst thing in the game. And they just put a pit with dripstone in the bottom. Evil. Evil Mojang. Mojang, why are you making evil games? I thought this was supposed to be fun, cutesy Minecraft time. But you out here wildin'. Putting death rooms. Bad Omen 2. Do we try to go for the Bad Omen in the next room? Evil. Evil. That is absolutely evil. We're gonna drink this. Didn't go that well, but yeah, it was difficult. I'm not very good at this game. I've realized that. Uh, I like building. I like my cute little aesthetic builds and my nice relaxed Minecraft fighting stuff and stuff like that. I enjoy it. It's fun. It was fun to do the trial chamber. Didn't go too well. So I did though. The main reason I wanted to do it was because of copper. Yeah, there's a lot of copper down in there. I took about a pick's worth of copper out of there. Lastly, we got a little gift here. I think they didn't leave a name, but I'm pretty sure it's from Milk and Cookies there. She's the only one that calls me Mr. Pants, really. She just dropped off some resin blocks, or resin bricks. That was cool, because she was over here and she gave me some resin, and I was talking about it. I haven't used anything. I haven't used resin bricks yet in any of my builds. I haven't really messed around with them. They're definitely interesting. They're very bright. I don't know how I like them or how I would use them. Maybe like probably as an accent piece. I wouldn't do a whole wall with them, but we got a stack of them, and we'll see where we can kind of squeak them into the build here and there. Nothing's popping in my head right off the bat here, but I'm sure I'll find somewhere. Maybe not on these walls, but maybe on some of the next couple buildings. Maybe it's kind of like a window. Like, you know how we got the shroom lights in the back there? Maybe we could put these in the back, and it would kind of look like the lights are off, maybe. Because it's a little bit darker. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. But yeah, today, guys, I think we're going to be rounding this corner, and we're going to be doing our build here, like I kind of teased at the end of last episode. I'm going to be doing, I think, a bar, or like maybe like a pub style building. It's going to be in a similar style. It's going to be all wonky with crazy shapes. It's going to have a big potion brewing bottle with a hose that comes out and kind of wraps around the big tank and everything. And then we're going to put that hanging sign in the front there with the name The Salty Sardine. Down here at the bottom, I have planned out like an actual couple windows where you can see into the bar, and there's going to be a bit of an interior. I'll probably be building that with you guys on camera, but I think for now I'm just gonna get the exterior of the building built and go from there, just because it's, again, a lot of different types of blocks, a lot of running back and forth to chests. Like, I got a bunch of blocks over here. There's also a lot of blocks over here. And these aren't even all of them. But yeah, it's not going to look good in a time lapse. So I'm just going to build it off camera, and then when I come back, I'll show it off, and I'll give you some in-depth look and some angles on it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Now, between these two clips, it's been about 4 days. It took me a while to build this. I really took my time. It's a lot of different blocks. Yeah, a lot of different blocks. A whole bunch of different stuff. Some crazy shapes. that sign there that I showed off at the end of last episode, the salty sardine. Yeah, the sign here, it's just on an invisible item, armor stand right here, loading. But I think it turned out really well. I got the big potion bottle up here with the purple in it, just kind of like a pop of color. I got the big copper tank here. You can't really see it very well from the front, but it's back there. This side you can maybe see it a little bit better. The red and the green to contrast each other. This part here with the fire underneath the potion bottle. I wasn't planning to do this, but I thought it would make sense to have some kind of like boiler or something underneath of it. Another thing I'm also really liking these lecterns. They kind of work nicely for like little chimneys and stuff. I used one over here as well, I believe. Yeah, right here. If you don't see the red in the books on the front, if you put them backwards, they look pretty good. Just a little variation. Levers, lightning rods, all your normal little detail things. I got another hanging sign here, nothing on it though, just some brown mushroom blocks. Down here, got these big windows, and that is where we're gonna be doing our interior for the bar. We'll do like a countertop and stuff, and some random items, just to make it feel barish. We have on the server we have custom models, because that's how I got the sign here. It's just a big custom model. But we can actually do custom models on a whole bunch of different items. So I might try and see if I can find maybe some like beer bottles or wine bottles, stuff like that, with some shelves to clutter that up. And I thought it'd look cool, like as you're walking through the street. Oh, there's a bar here, but then you actually can see in and see the bar in there. But yeah. Backside here, again, no detail on it, just kind of flat walls. We're even missing some blocks here, but nobody's really going to be seeing this. Again, we're probably going to have another building right up against this. Probably on this side here, I have plans for a kind of like a brick style with a bit of a pointy roof, so this will fit nicely. Just I kind of want to get like some shapes down lower just to fill it out. It's quite a large build compared to like this one or these ones. It's quite tall too. It's probably a good, well, if we don't count the hose and the potion bottle, it's a good, I'd say maybe 10, 15 blocks taller. But yeah, I think it fits in nicely, especially this angle where you can't see any of the, like you can't see anything that's not built. It's starting to feel a bit more immersive, which is always nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get some blocks together and then we're gonna start doing the interior of this. I got some cool ideas and hopefully I can pull them off. But I'll see you guys in a bit when I get going on that. So I'm really not good at building on camera. I tried to, didn't go too well, but we got the interior done here. Their little bar. When you first walk in, we got a little table here. There's our cactus and cowboy picture. Got some hidden lighting up there. We got just our main bar with a bunch of clutter. We got some custom models here with these beer steins, a martini, and a wine bottle up there. I used some sea pickles just as kind of look like cups stacked. The one thing I'm not too sure about this pot, it does break up just the wood tone in the back with the bright kind of orangish, but it doesn't really fit. I don't find. I'm not too sure about it just yet, so I might change that out. A nice red carpet for a little pop of color, kind of mixes in with the brick, and some brewing stands in the back there. I really like the view as I'm coming down the street, and you kind of go by it. It looks cool. I wish the beer was a little bit less yellow, but that's okay. Can't ask for too much with custom models. And then we just got a staircase going upstairs here to nothing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put up here. Maybe some storage, maybe some potion storage, or some potion stuff. I'm not too sure yet, but that's just kind of a blank canvas I'll keep in my pocket for later. The staircase also just kind of adds a little bit of a question and intrigue. It makes it seem like there's more to this than there actually is. Seems like, oh, there's an upstairs as well, but I'm just going to sit down when I get a drink here. But if I wanted to, I could go upstairs, even though there's nothing up here. But I like it. Anything else really particular that I used? Nothing too crazy. I do like the ability here with the item frames on the back of the side of the campfires as chairs, mostly because you can place blocks still here. If you were to use a sign or something, you wouldn't be able to have anything in behind, which kind of limits it, because if that was the case, this carpet would have to be over here, and it just kind of doesn't make sense for it to be up against a window. But with the item frame here, you put it right up against, which is kind of cool. It makes it feel a little more cramped. Yeah. These custom models, I am just going to show you how I did them, if anybody's wondering. These custom models of these glasses and stuff, they're just armor stands holding a custom model. And I think it's an armor stand mod, so if I shift and I right click, it brings up this little GUI. And I can get it to show arms. Let's do gravity off. And then I can take, these are just puffer fish that I type the command /trigger. Let's see if I remember. Eureka models. So this is specific for the server that I'm playing on. You could add these in a single player world, or if you have a server with some friends, you could always set these up. But yeah, we have it. So it's set up in just a little GUI here. So I go to food, I go to puffer fish, and I go to martini, and it was made by Ux. Shout out to him. He helped me with the sign out for the salty sardine a little bit. Yeah, and I could just change them to pufferfish. You could also change them from pufferfish into martinis, but you could also do it with golden carrots. So if I go back and I go golden carrot, if I'm holding the golden carrot and let's say I want burger, I could turn it into a burger. I could turn it into the beer. What else is there? Garlic bread, all kinds of things. These are all custom models and custom items that people on the server have made. So I'm just kind of, I wouldn't say stealing, I would say borrowing. But yeah. You could also revert the custom model back. So if I was to, let's leave one martini. So let's say you accidentally changed all your puffer fish into martinis, which I did. You can revert them back. So yeah, once you have your custom model and your armor stand, you gotta have the arm showing. So, you have to, the show arms option, you have to have that showing, and then you can make the armor stand hold the item. And then here, I just kind of go over to these settings on the right side here, and let's adjust the position, move it back. I just click and use my scroll wheel. So we want the right arm and we want it to be up a bit. Maybe we don't. We want it to be. They're a little finicky, but you can get them to where you want. You would also change the scale of it. So if you want your model to be bigger or you want your model to be smaller, you change the scale. But for just showing you guys, I'm just going to leave it at 1 here. So just moved it around, kind of adjusted it the way I wanted. I'm not being super particular about like the rotation and stuff, but you can get very fine and detailed with these. You make multi armor stand like kind of displays and stuff with these. Like if you ever seen Hermitcraft with Joel, he made that octopus in his ink shop, I believe, with all the candles. That was all done with armor stands in a very similar way. Instead of using custom models, though, he would just use like candles. But I don't have any candles, so golden carrot it is. But I want this martini glass here, and now that we want it to stay here, we can go back, right click it, we can lock it so nobody can take the item out, and then we can also turn it invisible. So now if I right click this, I don't pick it up. If I was not to lock it, I could accidentally pick that up. So somebody comes in like, ooh, martini glass, and then they pick it up. You don't want that because that'll just wreck the immersion. So I always lock them, and you toggle them to invisible. I believe, yeah, that makes the whole thing invisible. Doesn't show the base plate there. Another thing I forgot to mention is I just did a little bit of a street here. I finished it up around the sides and the front here, just to keep it a little coherent. I want to put in some more grass. I just need to go collect some more. I'm out of grass. But that's something I can do just quickly off camera here. But yeah, that's the build. Looking at it, it's been a couple of days of it sitting in this world. Looking at it, it's not my favorite build that I've done. It's not my least favorite either. Like it's got its, I like the level of detail. It looks very busy though to me. Like this looks busy, but manageable. This looks just chaotic almost with the amount of chains and everything going on. Don't get me wrong, it does look very cool, but I think what we're going to be doing next is going to be a little more mellowed out, more like these, still with lots of detail, but not as crazy and sporadic with the colors. Maybe focus on some like sandstone kind of tan colors. Maybe I'm kind of working on a bit of a build for over here. That one's going to be exciting to do. But you guys will have to wait and see for the next episode for that, when we get going on that. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And maybe go check out my other 2 episodes I already have posted on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.